Hello and thank you for joining me on this video, this edition of Becoming a Live Reseller on Facebook 101. So you've got questions, I got answers, all right? I am Carla Dennis, founder and CEO of Thrift Chic, located right here in South Georgia. And I thank you so much for visiting my channel. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Would you please do that for me? And also, tag your friends, tell your friends about this video, and let's just hop on into what we're going to be talking about today. So, for those of you who will be watching this video later on, who are reseller buddies of mine or customers of mine who have been wondering, well, where is she? Well, as you know, I had surgery back in July, and I've had plenty of downtime, okay? Next Tuesday will be 4 weeks from the date that I had my surgery, so I've had plenty of downtime. My physician told me stay home and stay still. So I've been following the doctor's orders as closely as possible. And during that downtime, I've had a lot of time to think, of course. And one of the things that I thought about was my business, continuously thinking about how I can make it better, thinking about, just things that I can do to just grow it. And I also thought about others who may be in the position that I once was before I got to this point. I thought about those individuals who look at a Facebook Live and they're sitting back and they're like, I've got all these clothes in my closet that I don't wear anymore because I can't fit them anymore, or because I no longer love them like I once loved them. And I can do that. I know I can do that, but I just don't know where to start. Well, you know what? I'm going to give you 10 things that, maybe 10 steps that you can follow, that you can go by to get you started, okay? Because if you've got questions, then I've got some answers, all right? One of the things that I thought about, though, and I want to, first off, thank two women who are large in the resale industry that have catapulted me and my business to where it is today. And that is Ayana Wellington of Thrifting Divas. That is the platform that I had my very first live on. And now it is one of the largest platforms for resellers. You can barely get a date on there because the dates sell out so fast. That's how big it is. Ayana, thank you so very much, because if it had not been for you giving me the opportunity to come on your platform to sell my goods, my very first live, you all, was just clothes out of my closet that I was no longer wearing, and I sold them, and it was successful, and it was on Thrifting Divas. Thank you so much, Ayana. I also want to thank Corinne Duclosel of Thrifting Atlanta. Yes, Thrifting Atlanta. Hey to all of my friends on Thrifting Atlanta who I've been missing and who have been missing me. I want to thank you, Corinne, for allowing me to come on your platform as well and hosting some of the most amazing and successful live sales on your platform. Thank you two so very much for starting me on this journey. So if you are a reseller and you have a Facebook account, definitely join those two groups. Thrifting Divas, Ayana Wellington is the administrator of that page, and Thrifting Atlanta, where Corinne Duclosel is the administrator of that page. Also, there's another page that is Vintage Boss Babes that's run by Sammy Davis. The administrator is Sammy Davis. If you're into vintage, then that would be a really great place for you to check out there. Okay? All right. So let's get started, y'all. So you want to become a reseller. and you want to host a Facebook Live where you can be on a platform as a reseller, you've probably got a million questions, right? I know you do, because you're wondering, where do I start? What do I need to buy? What do I need to invest in? Do I need to have a business license? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Well, you know what? I've got questions. You've got questions. I've got answers. Okay? All right. So, number one, you have got to be motivated. Motivated to believe in you. Okay? Because if you don't believe in you, then who else is going to believe in you? If you believe that it's time, you've watched 1,000+ lives, and you've been sitting there thinking, you know what, I can do that. You know what, I can sell that. You know what, I've got all this in my closet. Man, woman, let's go. Okay? Motivation. All right? Number two, do your research. Now, back in 2020, when the pandemic first hit, and a lot of things were closed down, that was when I saw my very first live. I saw a reseller doing her first live, and I was thinking, you know what? I can do that, and I need to do that because I have a lot of clothes in my closet that I'm no longer wearing. So I asked her, I sent her a DM, and I asked her, how can I get on this platform? I'm thinking maybe to this day she misunderstood me because she never answered me. And she has gone on to be very successful in the resale industry. So she never answered my question, but I eventually wound up on the same platform that she was selling on, which was Thrifting Divas. So I say to you, do your research, do your due diligence. Do your due diligence, and I'm gonna give you some starters that you can start with so that you can do your due diligence. And when I say due diligence, it leads me to think about this scripture in the Bible, Luke 14:28, where it says, has a man, and I'm looking at my Bible right here, okay? It says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? So count the cost, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right. So Luke 14:28. Alrighty. So some of the things that you have to consider is, the different platforms. What niche, what audience do I want to sell my items to? What type of items do I want to sell? Am I going to focus on vintage? Am I going to focus on modern apparel? Am I going to focus on women's apparel? Am I going to sell men's apparel? Am I going to sell accessories only for men, accessories only for women? You've got to find your niche, okay? And when you do that, then start looking at the different platforms, because every platform won't be for you. And it took another reseller to tell me this, but I found this out, through trial and error, of course, okay? But another reseller once told me, she said, you're too good to be on that platform. That's what she told me of a platform that I was selling on. She was like, you're too good. Your items are too good, to be on that platform. And I later had to rethink, it's not just about, being on a platform, but be selective, okay? You have to be selective in which platforms, because what I have decided is that I don't want to, prostitute my brand, Thrift Chic, on, I'm just on every platform, whether I know that these customers, that are here on this platform would even buy from me, would even dig me, you know what I'm saying? So do your research, okay? Number 3, get your house in order. Okay, sir? Okay, ma'am? Get your house in order. Make sure that you have an accountability system so that you can keep up with what you are spending. Very, very important. The money is very, very important because yes, ma'am, yes, sir, you will have to pay taxes because this is your business. This is going to be, if this is something that you're going to do full time, if it's something that you're going to do part time, you will find that this can be a very lucrative business. So you need to have an accounting system, okay? So that when it comes time for you to pay your taxes, then you won't have to be scrambling trying to figure out, okay, how much did I spend for this? How much did I spend for this? What did I, okay? So be accountable, all right? Number 4, when it comes to sourcing is when you go out and you purchase items that you're going to sell on your Facebook Live, okay? Source any and everywhere, okay? Source any and everywhere. That could be at an estate sale. You might say, well, right now, I may, you may not have the, I'm not going to call anyone broke, but you may say, okay, well, I'm going to have to, I'm on a budget and I only have this much that I can spend on items that I'm going to sell on a Facebook Live. Okay, well then you may want to try going to your local Goodwill on the 99-cent days. Here in Georgia where I live, in the area where I live, the Goodwills have 99-cent days on Monday, where whatever color tag for that day, those items will be 99 cents. You can try that, or you can try going to Salvation Army, try going to I don't typically shop at Value Village, but I have heard some people say that they do. So Value Village, you may want to try there. Park Avenue thrift store, those are just some of the thrift stores that you may want to try, starting out. But I say any and everywhere where you can find thrifted items, those are places where you can source items to sell. Okay. All right. And you not have to pay a very hefty price for them. All right. Number 5, know your niche. And what I mean by that is, what is it that you find particularly exciting? Because you want to sell items that excite you, because you don't want to be doing a live and you're selling items that you don't even have an affinity for, because people are going to be able to see through that, right? Okay. So what you want to do is you want to find your niche. Okay, you'll do better selling something that you appreciate and that you really love than, just selling anything. So find your niche, and when you do, capitalize on it. All right. Number 6, what payment methods will you accept? Okay. Being that this is a digital era, okay, and when you're doing your Facebook Lives, your customers will not be in your physical space. So you will have to set up what type of payment method, you want them to pay you with. Now, me personally, what I do is I send out PayPal invoices, but there are other ways that you can collect your payments. You can, I like to use PayPal because not only can I send out the invoices, but I can also, as far as my bookkeeping is concerned, and just being up to date on everything that I've brought in and spent out on items, I can keep a record of it there. I have a record of it there. So PayPal is my preferred way of sending out invoices. But we do have sellers that are using Shopify. Some sellers are where they're connecting their website with their Shopify accounts, and their customers can go there. And then you have Reply Sold, where customers, where the invoice goes to the customer's inbox, and they pay for their items there, and you don't have to send manual invoices, which takes a lot off of you. Reply sold and comment sold. And then you have Square invoices. You can send invoices via Square, the company Square. Okay, so you have to decide, which one of those fits you best. Okay, all right. So number 7, which company will you go with for your shipping items? Now, for me personally, Amazon has been my go-to. I've been able to go on Amazon and find just about all of the items that I needed where my setup was concerned, where my shipping items were concerned. I do know some sellers that have used Etsy for their poly mailers. They have, but not Shopify. Amazon has been very instrumental in that respect for me. Also, for those items that were large enough that had to go in a box and not in a poly mailer, you can utilize your the boxes. You can get them for free. However, it's not for free, and I'll explain later. You can go on the United States Postal Service website and you can order priority mailing boxes, in different sizes. So what happens is when you order those boxes, you will have to send your items via priority mail. And so when you print off the stamp, because I can't think of what the mailing label, when you print it off, you will have to send it priority, okay? But you can get those boxes free from your post office. A lot of people don't know that. So know which company you will go with to get your shipping items, the items that you will put inside of your poly mailers, because you don't want to just put the clothes inside of the poly mailer, because what if the mail handler is, negligent, and, the items inside of the poly mailer get wet or a hole gets in it. You need to purchase those plastic sleeves that you can put them in and then put them inside of the poly mailers. Okay, so again, that's with doing your research, doing your due diligence, and finding out, what works best for you. All right, do you have hangers? Do you have a rack? Amazon, again, has been one of my biggest resources where those were concerned. I even got hangers from Sam's. At first, I just had the hangers that were in my closet, but for the uniformity as I begin to do lives more often, then I purchased hangers, the velvet looking hangers. I got those from, they have those at Sam's, at Walmart, where you can buy the black ones or the pink looking ones. I have the black ones and I have some of the pink looking ones too. So if you have hangers, do you have hangers? Do you have racks? Because it looks so much more professional when you're showing an item and it's on a hanger. Trust and believe me, okay? Because no one wants to see you, at least I don't, because I'm probably not going to purchase from a reseller who is picking up items off the floor. Honey, no, okay? Or even if you don't have a rack, have some type of system or have your camera set up some kind of way to where it looks like you have some type of professional thing going on. Make it look professional. Fake it till you make it, okay? All right. Speaking of, make sure that you have a ring light. You want to make sure that you have a ring light because you don't want somebody holding the phone while you're doing the live. That's not going to work, okay? Have a ring light so that you can prop your cell phone, under the ring light while you're doing your live, hands-free, okay? All right. So where will you stage your live? You can, it needs to be somewhere that's quiet, that's, that you don't have children running in and out. Your dogs are not running in and out. Stage your live somewhere where you can have a quiet space for an hour, about an hour and a half, with no interruptions, and just do the doggone thing, okay? All right. Number 10. Oh, we're at number 10 already, y'all. Wow, that was quick. So number 10, Be humble, be polite, and be professional. Okay? Be humble, be polite, be professional. Because you know what? People buy from people that they trust. People buy from people that they, number one, like. If a person likes you, if there's something that draws them into you, they're like, oh, if like, let's say for instance, you're quirky. If you're quirky, if you're a nerd like me, I'm a nerd. If you're a nerd, if you are just, if you're weird, or if it's just something about you, that's different from everybody else, it's going to be other people out there that are just like you. And when they see you, they're going to be like, oh, finally, somebody like me. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to buy from you. They're going to purchase from you because you are like them and because they like you. So be likable, be professional, okay? And you know what? When you do your live, tag me so that I can see you. And most importantly, have fun. Have fun while you're doing your live. Don't let it look like it's a chore or like it's just so much work. No. And now it is work. Don't get it twisted, honey. It's a lot of work because the before and after, ooh, it's work. But it doesn't feel like work when it's something that you really, really enjoy and you really, really love, right? Okay. All right. So those are the 10 things that I think will get you started on your way so that you can host a successful Facebook Live. I look forward to seeing you be successful. Have an awesome, awesome day. Don't forget to subscribe to my Facebook channel and to like this video. Have an awesome, awesome day. Bye-bye.